us? Well, it's time to talk about your money. If you have children or a newborn, you know there are some added things you need to plan for financially. Marshall Clay joins us here from the Welch Group this morning to help you find out where to start. Good to see you this morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, you know, Stuart's off today. He's off doing other stuff. But this is so important, especially for somebody who's a young parent, to get things started off in the right direction. So where do they start? How do they start?
Yeah, so I mean, you know, having a child is an amazing thing. I've got a 4-month-old myself.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. But it certainly comes with its fair share of challenges.
Yeah.
So, you know, we try to get our clients to plan not only for the short, near, and long term, and that's really what we're talking about today.
Okay.
So the first step in that process is really to establish a budget. Okay, we all have our fixed spending and our discretionary spending, and surprise, surprise, when you have a child, the fixed spending goes up.
Yeah, it does.
I saw the earlier segment talking about the diaper drive. I wish they'd bring some of those to my house.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, your fixed spending is going to go up. So what you need to do is sort of segregate the fixed spending from the discretionary, and then making some assumptions about how that fixed spending is going to increase. You have one or two options. You can either make more money, which sometimes is not really in our control, or you can look to cut spending in the discretionary area.
Okay, all right.
So that's kind of the first step. The second thing is, you know, we like to plan for the worst case scenario and then hope for the best, and that's where insurance comes in. So you've got disability insurance, which is going to cover your family in the event you're still alive, but
So make sure that's one item of insurance you get.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. That's going to cover you if you're injured, but you're still alive, right? And you can't work.
Okay.
Then you have life insurance, which obviously, you know, covers your family in the event of premature death. And so one of the things you want to do with life insurance is you want to look, and this is a typical rule of thumb, you want to try to cover all of the debt that you have and then leave enough money left over to generate enough cash flow for your family. So for example, if you've got $500,000 in debt and you need $50,000 a year to live off of, you may want to get around $1.5 million of insurance, because the $500,000 will cover
You're
the
talking
debt.
about term, right? We're not
Correct,
talking about,
yeah. So term life insurance is appropriate for most people.
Yeah.
There are certain circumstances where whole life is more important, but typically term life is
You're going to get some
is
debate
what you
from
want.
insurance agents, but we understand that. But
Absolutely,
we're just trying to give
absolutely.
you all the options. Okay, this is really, really important, and people don't think about this when they're young parents. But make a will and keep it updated.
Absolutely. The most important thing that parents can do is execute a will. I mean, I know we get sort of narrowly focused on the day-to-day survival mode
Right.
of taking care of a kid, but really a will is vital, both short, near, and long term. In the short run, you know, you've got a minor child, and you want to make sure that if something happens to you, the parent, that, you know, there's someone in succession who's going to be taking care of that child and taking care of them financially as well. And then longer term, in terms of how the money flows to those particular children when they reach the age of majority, that's another particular set of issues. And if it's a large enough pot of money, you may want to consider a trust to protect those assets from divorce, creditors, all the other evils that are out there in the world. So a will is very important.
There are so many life changes that happen, and that's why you do need to keep it updated. All right, Marshall Clay, thank you. Some good advice here for newborns. By the way, congratulations to the other newborns out there. 7